One move by America, and China gains an edge with EDA. Is India now falling behind? Just imagine, what if your greatest strength one day ends up in the hands of your biggest rival? That's exactly what has happened to India. The same United States that vowed strategic partnership with India and imposed restrictions on China in the chip war has now taken a step that rings alarm bells for India and opens up the field for China. This isn't just a routine twist in a trade deal, it's a strategic move in a game where the pieces remain the same, but the king has changed. This is the story of a crooked turn taken by America, one that has put India in a tough spot and once again made China stronger in the chip war. Today, we'll dive deep into this very topic. But before we begin, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you receive all our latest video updates first. Now, let's begin today's discussion without any delay. The interim trade deal expected between India and the US is almost in its final phase. It was believed that this deal would help India become a global semiconductor power. But in the midst of this, the US has made a move that has caused concern for India. The US has lifted its previous restrictions on electronic design automation, EDA, software for China. These are the very software tools used to design semiconductor chips. And now, China has regained access to this critical technology. EDA software is not just any ordinary technology. It is the brain behind semiconductor chip design, enabling the creation of every layer and circuit of a chip. Without these tools, making modern chips is nearly impossible. When the Trump administration had banned these software tools for China, India had seen an opportunity to replace China. But now, the Biden administration has removed that restriction, allowing American companies like Cadence, Synopsys, and Siemens EDA to fully cooperate with China. 𝐮𝐩𝐥𝐥𝐸, chairman of IESA, Indian Electronics and Semiconductor Association, clearly stated that this is a matter of concern for India. He believes that China will not only accelerate its chip design sector, but also pose a direct challenge to India in the global market. He warned that now, not just the physical chip supply chain, but the supply chain of design software is also at risk. And this is the very chain that provides employment to thousands in India. But the question is, does this decision favor only China, or does it also signal something against India? Synopsys Chief Product Officer Shankar Krishnamurthy believes that for now, such restrictions won't be imposed on India, since the US and India already have a cooperative relationship regarding the semiconductor ecosystem. However, technology analyst 𝐮𝐩𝐿𝐵 presents another perspective. He says the competition is now direct. China is fully prepared to surpass India in R&D, manufacturing, and chip packaging. In reality, this is not just a technical debate, it's directly linked to your country's digital self-reliance. If India lags behind in chip design today, it will be only a user of tomorrow's technology, not a creator. And if you think India is already strong, think again. India's strength is currently limited to mature nodes, which refer to older chip designs that are still widely used but whose relevance is declining. 𝐮𝐬𝐿𝐵, partner at EY India's Inbound Investment Group, says that India must act immediately. He clearly states, "We now need to develop our own chip design software. This is not just an option, but a strategic necessity." In the coming era, the country that integrates chip design with artificial intelligence will lead the digital age. Therefore, India must go beyond joint ventures and outsourcing to build its own innovation platforms. Now you might be wondering, doesn't India have the talent? Well, know this, nearly 20% of the world's semiconductor design engineers are in India. That means every fifth chip design engineer in the world has roots in India. But the real question is, are we providing them with the resources, platforms, and freedom needed to turn their talent into global leadership? Former MD of Cadence India, Jaswinder Ahuja, says that this decision may have limited immediate impact on India, but it's a major warning signal. If, in the future, the US imposes tech restrictions on India too, will we be ready? Will we have our own software, our own design tools, and our own innovation platforms? With this decision, China will now try once again to weaken the China Plus One strategy. Until now, the US and other countries viewed India, Vietnam, or Indonesia as alternatives to China. But now that China has regained access to high-end design tools, it can attract investors again. And this will have the biggest impact on India's Semiconductor Vision 2047, which aims to make us a global electronics powerhouse. So far, the Indian government has announced a 76,000 crore semiconductor mission. But money alone won't change the game. We need swift decisions, opportunities for young engineers, and the forging of our own digital weapons. China has already restarted its R&D engine, and if India doesn't catch up in time, we'll end up as mere observers in the next chip revolution, not leaders. Now is the time for India to adopt a new technological mindset, one that doesn't rely solely on Western technology, but instead draws from its own roots to create something that astonishes the world. Whether it's the IITs, startups, or government innovation funds, there needs to be an emergency mindset at every level. The question is no longer whether India can do it. The question now is, how quickly can India do it? Every technological shift carries a deeper political agenda. This decision by the US is also part of a larger strategic calculation. It wants to pressure China, but not completely cut it off. It wants to support India, but only as long as it serves American interests. In this geopolitical game, we must mint our own coin.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.